Today, I'm super excited to talk about one of my favorite things, families. And this month, we've been talking about the family of Proclamation to the World. So I thought it would be super fun to talk about how families can be together through a special plan that our Heavenly Father has created for us. And in this plan, we start as a spirit body, we go to earth, and in the end, we get to go live with our Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, and our families forever. So let's get to drawing. This is going to be super fun. Let's go ahead and get started on our plan of salvation. So to start, this isn't the beginning, but I want to draw the planet Earth because it's a big player in this plan. So just draw a big, large circle here. This is our home where we live right now. But before we got here, we lived in a place called the spirit world. So I am going to draw a spirit. And to do that, I'm going to draw a circle for the head, and then I'm going to connect a body to it by just you can do whatever kind of body you want. Some people do triangles. I'm just going to kind of put a couple lines on there and then put a line across the bottom. And so this represents your spirit body before you came to earth, where we lived with families. And remember, families are the most special, most important thing to us. And so we came to earth as part of Heavenly Father's plan. And when we came to earth, I'm going to draw an arrow here to point the way. When we got here, we got a physical body. So we're going to draw another person right here. So I'm drawing another circle, and I'm going to give this one a body too. And an important part of the plan of coming to earth was that we would have a family. So to show that we have a family here, I want to draw two more people. So I'm going to draw another circle, but I don't want to draw all the way through this other person. So I'm going to draw here. Maybe this is your brother, or your sister, or your mom, or dad, or grandma. Every single person who comes to earth gets a family. So that's another line. And then on the other side, I'm going to draw another person and do the same thing and draw another body there. So right there, you can see that we have a family here on earth, and our Heavenly Father, He just gave us such a beautiful earth to live on. So I'm going to draw my earth, and if you want to, if you could draw it to look like your country or wherever you live. But I'm just going to draw some lines in here to represent, to show where the earth is from the land on our beautiful, unique planet. All right, so that's my earth right there. But of course, we don't stay here on this earth. Eventually, we die. And when we die, we're going to draw another arrow going away from the earth. We're going to go down and then over. And right here, I'm going to draw another person. And this person is going to be our spirit bodies. So when we die, we go back to being a spirit again. And when we go there, there's other people there, just like us, and we have family members that are there. And so we draw this person just like the other ones over there. Put a line on the bottom. All right, so this is our spirit person after we leave the earth. And then after we've left the earth, our Heavenly Father promised us that we would get to have a body again where our spirit would be reunited with our body just like it was before. So we're going to draw a line away from this spirit, and we're going to go up. You can go anywhere on the paper you want. Maybe you want to go all the way up here. I'm just going to go to right here. I'm going to put two lines on it to create an arrow. And I'm going to draw a person right above it. So we're going to do another circle for the head. And we're going to do two lines going down either side and create another person. All right, so we've got a lot of people here. And after we get our physical bodies again, our Heavenly Father has promised us, He's created some kingdoms. He called them kingdoms of glory. that he's prepared for us to go to after this life, to live with our families. And one of those places which he created is he calls it the celestial kingdom. And we're going to draw a large circle because we're going to make a sun here, because he compared this kingdom to the sun. And he said the glory of it is compared to the glory of the sun. And if you go outside on a bright, shiny day, it's really hard to look at the sun because of how bright it is. So we're going to put some rays around this sun. So, and you can draw them however you like. Some people just do straight out lines all the way around. I'm going to do like these little V's or triangles. Some of them you can make smaller or shorter. You can just have fun with them and do them however you like to do them. But just show that how bright and glorious this kingdom is. And then our Heavenly Father, he created 2 other kingdoms. And one of those is he compared to the moon. So we're going to draw another circle. And for me to help it represent a moon, I like to draw a moon inside the circle, a moon shape, which is kind of like a half circle inside of it. But if you want to do a full moon, you can. And then for the last kingdom, we're going to draw stars. He compared it to the stars. And if you'll notice, every single one of these has a different amount of brightness or glory. So the sun is really bright. You can't even look at it during the day. But the moon, you can look at the moon at night, and it's still pretty bright, but it's not nearly as bright as the sun. And then the stars are even darker. Like if the moon's not out, you can see the stars and they look beautiful, but it is not as bright as the other ones. So these are our different kingdoms. Maybe I'll do one more star here, just because this is my artistic piece and I want to have 4 stars. Maybe you want to have 5 stars. That's part of the fun, is that you can do what you like there. There's so many stars to pick from. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to color this plan of salvation. And one of the fun things that I want to do is I want to make it so we can see the difference between the spirit bodies and the physical bodies. So we're going to do a much lighter color for the spirit bodies. I'm going to do this pink color for the spirit bodies right here, so we know the difference between the two. So it's going to be a lighter color. We're just going to fill that in. And then remember, those are our spirits. And then our spirits are sent to earth where they get physical bodies. So here I am going to color in our family here with their physical bodies, because that's the really important thing that we're talking about this month is our families and the proclamation to the world for our families. So there we go. Fill that in. And then we want to color our beautiful earth. And lots of people live in different parts of the world, and the whole world is not the same color. I know some people who live in red, sandy places. I know some people who live in forests. And some people live up on mountains. And you can be lots of different colors, but I'm going to color mine green for the earth part of it. But if you want to color yours another color, I think you should do that. I think it'd be really fun. So I am going to color this. Finish filling this in. And again, you guys can stop this video whenever you need to, if you need to just stop and get caught up. All right, so we got that. Now I'm going to go in and I am going to color in the ocean. And most of our world is made up of the ocean. So, and if you want to too, you can, just draw all of this and color it in later, just in case I'm going too fast for you. So here we go. Families must be really important for us if our Heavenly Father made this world for us and then also made glorious worlds for us to go live in after this world because he wants our families to be happy and to be together, and he wants us to live with him. So after we leave this earth, then we go back to becoming spirits after we die. So we're not really dead. We just go somewhere else as spirit bodies, and we can be with family members that have already left as well. And then after that, our Heavenly Father has promised us this darker body that I'm using to use is purple. So I'm just coloring it darker. You could use green or another color if you want. All right. Then after that, he has promised us these beautiful kingdoms that we can go into based on how much we are willing to follow him and follow his commandments. If we're willing to follow him, which I bet you all are, then he's promised us that we can go live with our families in what he calls the celestial kingdom, which is of the greatest glory. It's the brightest one. And so I colored it all in yellow, and then I want to create some really bright rays coming off of it. So I'm going to use this orange color to just show all the light that is coming off of this glorious place. I really wonder what it looks like. I really hope to go there someday. I think it's going to be great. I'm going to live there with my family. So I'm going to fill all that in. And then after that, we're going to go and we're going to color the moon, which is another kingdom of glory. And Heavenly Father made all these special places for us because he loves us and he loves our family. So every one of these is very special and very important. So I'm going to color in this moon, and I'm going to use some purple. So I did the yellow part here, and then I'm just going to color in this part purple just to make it look darker so you can really see the moon. I always think that purple is a really pretty color to go next to purple. Or when you put purple and yellow together, they look really good together. All right, now let's go ahead and let's color these stars, which is the last kingdom of glory. And fill all those in. All right, that is my finished plan of salvation about how my family, which is so important to me, how I get to live with them forever. And right here, I want to show you, this is another picture that another child did. And I was showing her how to draw it. And she got really sad because while she was drawing it, she wanted to do the same thing that I was doing. And she colored this in, but she made it dark like the bodies up here. And we talked about it and we decided that's just okay. And she decided to draw some lines off of it to show that they were glowing spirit bodies, which I just thought was super creative. So sometimes, sometimes we make mistakes. That's okay, because I don't think everything should look the same. I don't think that your drawing needs to look like my drawing or like her drawing, but it can be yours. It can be your piece, and you can be creative and you can do your own things. Maybe you think of different ways to show rays of light. And I think it's really exciting to see which things you do. So this is my plan of salvation. It was really fun drawing with you, and I hope you guys have so much fun with your family this month, and I'll excited to see you next time. Bye.